Hey, grade 8 students, here we are in Miss Peters' room, and this week we're going to be talking to you about Sway. Last week we did a PowerPoint presentation. We included artistic elements. This week we're going to be thinking more about the kind of elements you need for an excellent breakout presentation, and we're using Sway. You're going to go to your little waffle. Once you click the waffle, you're going to have all these choices. And here in this teal colored box with the big S is Sway. All right, here we go, Sway. And Miss Peters, this week we're thinking about you're a travel agent and you need to convince your client of the best place to go on vacation. So you have this idea for them and you are going to convince them that this is it. And for Miss Peters, it is Greenland, right? And so we're thinking again about contrast and emphasis. So note that she has the words nice and big, nice emphasized. And she says Greenland is for adventure.
Yeah, so Greenland might not appeal to everyone, but for people who want adventure, that's the crowd that I'm trying to appeal to with my presentation. So I chose a photo that indicates that this is a place that's very rugged, there aren't a lot of people, it's got a lot of natural beauty, and then I used a title that indicates that it is for people that would like an adventure. The photo moves a little bit according to some focus points that I chose. So I chose focus points that I thought would be sort of interesting and kind of move you through the photo.
And so she chose the top of the mountain and this little rock. Top of the mountain so you can see the distance and the little rock to kind of help put you into the photo. Here we go to our second block. Sway uses blocks, not slides. And here she embedded a little video. You too need to embed a video. You're going to let us know the 1 to 2 minute part of that video that would most convince us to go to your place that you'd like us to see.
Home of the Arctic Circle Trail.
All right, and it's nice because the video opens right up into the slide. And here we go to our third block. Uh-oh, we had a thing with this last time too. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. So we're just going to take up some time here. You have a great rubric to reference what it is we're looking for. And like I said, this time it's as much about how you're going to be presenting your information, but we're still looking for those artistic elements. Okay, and there's that embedded video. And here's our next block. Now she's beginning to present the reasons why she thinks that you should go to Greenland. She has 4 reasons altogether, and your first reason is?
My first reason is rugged outdoor opportunities. So I found a list of outdoor adventures, opportunities that are activities that are available in Greenland. I used, Sway used color contrast in the font, so the text stands out against the pink background. The title, Rugged Outdoor Opportunities, is bigger than the information below, so there's that size contrast. And then I chose photos that emphasize how beautiful it is and how exciting these activities are.
Right, and so this is like a little mini slideshow within, so you can click and see that these different adventures are really there. And then if I was looking at the slideshow and I was questioning if this was really true, that they have hot springs in Greenland, in this slide, there is an embedded source. And so we're going to ask you to do the same thing. Each photo has an embedded source, but also for the information, right down here, Miss Peters typed in word source, and then it asks you to type in your link, so where you got your information from. This is going to be really important when it comes down to your breakout presentation because people want to know where it is you got your facts, where you got your information. So this is where she got her information. All right, moving on to the next block. Second reason Miss Peters wants to go to Greenland is because there is awesome isolation.
Yes, so it appeals to me because there are not that many tourists there, and it's kind of sparsely populated, so it's a lot of space and very few people. So again, there's like this color contrast with the text and the background. I chose a photo that goes across the top of the screen. You'll see this a lot in this presentation. So that creates movement from side to side. And then
so here's her assertion that Greenland is sparsely populated, and then she's going to give us some facts. So here we go for her facts. They're on index card style presentation, and index cards are really important for organizing our thoughts and keeping those information encapsulated. So there's her facts, and look, did you see source? We could check it out with source again. All right, moving on to our next block. Oh my word. Do you notice that her next one says mind-blowing Northern Lights? Not just, wow, Northern Lights are cool, but no, these are mind-blowing.
Not your typical Northern Lights.
That's right.
So the information, again, is like smaller than the title part. There's good color contrast. I gave just a little bit of information, not a ton of information in the presentation. You don't want to have like words all over the page. So I just gave the highlights, and then if I was giving this presentation, I could talk more about it. I also, my last little sentence here says, click here for more information about how the Northern Lights are created. So I didn't want to type all that on the slide, so I just embedded a link. So there's a hyperlink. So if somebody was seeing this and they wanted to learn more, they could.
The word here, another hyperlink to go. And then here's a wonderful video that she's embedded in there, so you could watch the video of the Northern Lights if you want to. And here's her last reason, so much summer sun. Oh my goodness. I know you've stayed up all night sometimes, but if you were in Greenland, you could stay up all day, because day and night, kind of a long time.
Blend together in the summer. So again, we have this movement left to right, this big photo across the top. This one, so I tried to do this like little tool to engage the audience. I posed a question on this slide rather than giving the audience all the information. So I typed this data that, on the summer solstice, June 21st, the sun rises in Greenland at 2:53 a.m. Think about that. And it sets just after midnight. And so my question is, can you calculate the hours of daylight on that day?
And asking a question to your audience is really important. It kind of brings them back in and makes them be thinking about what it is you're saying, rather than giving them all the answers, which I know Ms. Peters is dying to let you know.
You can think about it yourself.
That's right, and there's our source embedded again. And then here we go to the last block of this presentation. She gives you some nice information about why it is that the summer sun is so long there, and then you have your convincing musical song that once we hear it, we're like, yes, I'm going to Greenland.
Well, or that you just want more sun in the summer. So that's it. If you have questions, please ask Ms. Cully, Ms. Peters, or Mrs. Brunkema. And let's see. All the tools and resources you should need are in Teams, but if you need something else, please ask. And we can't wait to see what you come up with.
Yes, your exciting vacation spots.
And enjoy DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince.